Hi guys, welcome to my AI agents lecture number 16, and today I'll be covering guys two topics and a generic note on line graph as well. The first topic is streaming response. So guys, streaming response is a very simple topic. It's not very difficult, but it's a very important feature which you should know. So if you'll go to chat GPT, right, and just ask it, let's say, hey, joke on maths. So it's not like that it gave you all at once, right? It was streaming the response. Okay. Essay on India. See, you're able to see, right? It is streaming the response. So this is what is meant by streaming. Rather than rendering all response at once, you stream, which is much better for the user experience, right? Because if you have latency issues or perhaps your prompt is large, so your LLM would take more time in order to respond. And specifically if you are working with new set of models which are reasoners, they even take a little more time to respond, so you could be having bad user experience. So in order to capitalize on that, you just need to use this. So let's just try to see the script in action first, then I'll explain you line by line code wise. It's very simple guys, nothing. But keep a note that usually async IO is directly used with .py files, not directly with IPYNB. So for IPYNB there is something known as neat async, so you can explore that, but I think it's best that you use .py files only. Line graph, okay, CDLANG okay. So py lecture 16.py. So see guys, you'll be able to see how the response comes. So see, you're able to see, right, the response is being streamed. So that was my objective of this lecture guys, to just give you a glimpse of how streaming response work. Let's just quickly finish this topic. So guys, first of all, you need to import all the necessary libraries. I think this is okay. We're using async IO for async nature. So what is async nature guys? So usually guys, in programming, tasks happen in two ways. One is the sequential way and another one is the async way of doing things. So in async way, two tasks can be done in parallel, but in a synchronized way. Only after execution of one, the other task can happen, right? So this is often slow, this is much faster, and obviously for streaming you require async IO. So guys, .env, you know, just to sync this .env with my script, done. Then we have been using our Gemini 1.5 flash throughout. And guys, mostly you need to understand a simple situation has been created. We are creating a chain and we are just saying tell me an essay about topic, and then we are creating a parser. So guys, we are creating a lang chain based chain. So what happens in a lang chain based chain? You have an LLM, you have a prompt, and you have a parser. So it's nothing guys, you can even remove the parser, but just try to keep the parser over here since we are talking about async IO. So it's okay, sorry, we are talking about streaming, so you can keep a parser if you want. That's pretty much it doesn't hold any major stuff. It's just that in the way you need to parse the output, right? The next thing is guys, async def stream response, async for event in chain. So we have created a chain which is a wrapper around LLM prompt and parser dot async events topic India. That's pretty much it guys. And version v2 you can specify. All this is just like parsing the response in a better way and trying to understand the response type a little more, but you can just skip it, right? All you need to understand is that main thing is that you need to like get this thing rolling in, that is chain dot events ace. This is the main thing, right? Ace stream events, okay, ace stream events. So we're using dot invoke, but if you want your response to, let's say, happen in an async fashion, you can use this, okay? And this is very important guys. I think most production ready applications and product companies would use async only, because you want the user experience to be great. And it's not very difficult, just dot async events you need to use, and rest everything is there guys. It's just normal code in order to parse this event type and get the response. So that's pretty much it guys on on streaming, but it's an important thing to know. And guys, what was the next thing that I'll plan for this lecture was browser use. Okay guys, so operator is being launched by OpenAI, and I think by the time this video releases, operator would have become old, but it is yet to be, I guess, launched in India. And I'm not sure whether they have launched in India to some subscription tier, but obviously it's definitely not available in the free tier or something. So guys, if you would know me that I don't have a chat GPT paid tier subscription, but yeah, that's pretty much okay. But I'm going to show you some capabilities around what do you call that, some capabilities around browser use. So let's just go. So guys, I have some code written. I'll just show you that code. I'll be showing you an open source alternative of browser use. So this is a new company, and it's doing browser use open source. It's backed by YC, and their product is good, I guess, but like there are obviously a lot of limitations when it comes to browser use and all. So you'll just see that it's not that it can do everything. It's in a very nascent stage, I would say. The same was with computer use about Claude as well, though guys, this is a very early stage part of it, and in the next 3 to 6 months things would become very very nice. So if you are someone who's exploring areas in specifically to AI, and not in specific to India and all, but in general, if you want to build something around AI, browser use could be a great starting point. But again guys, it's not that simple. Less resources available, and if you want to build something around Claude's ecosystem of computer use, it could be a great space, because you would be eventually taking bet on Claude's computer use and later creating your use case around that. So that's pretty much it. But I think specifically, I'm not sure how OpenAI are planning to release their operator as an API, so that or and Python package for that matter, so that anyone could use browser use. But just let's see. So guys, code wise, again, it's no code. Okay, only thing you need to do is this import, and then this code that is given in their documentation. Only thing is you need to just write the task. So okay, let's just give it a task. Go to Google and search for AI news and save results in a file. So do you think guys it will be able to do it? Let's see. So py app.py. So see guys, what will happen mostly, stuff will get started, and this is going to run slow because my PC must be having multiple processes running, and because I'm recording the video as well, so this would be for sure slow. I hope it works, because there is a chance that it doesn't work as well. So mostly your browser use, I've used it. It's not super useful, and but yeah, you're able to see it is able to open a browser. It is able to just take a screenshot of it, and then based on those screenshot, it is able to decide that which mouse and keyboard action I should take, and it's able to do that. And then it is able to reach to a stage where it has AI news, and now it must be extracting text and all. So it's able to do that, and I think the response would have been over as well. Let's just see. Okay, so it is able to extract text. Okay, so guys, mostly I think for this use case, this is okay for you to understand that how does it work. So mostly what happens is guys, as in when a browser opens, okay, so let's say your browser, let me just go to requirements.txt. So what usually happens is guys, whenever your browser opens, the system takes a screenshot of it, and based on that screenshot, it tries to guess the human action, right? So what is the human action? Essentially is nothing, it's the keyboard and mouse click. So that is what the system is being trained on, to based on human data, that when does a human, based on what task, click which key and which mouse, basically which key and which mouse action, and that's pretty much it. And based on that, it tries to replicate that. So guys, this technology will become very very robust and improve over time, but right now it is not able to solve much of the use cases, specifically this open source browser use. I haven't used OpenAI's operator use. This is still an initial part, but you can like start playing around and look for any use cases that you have. So if you're able to see that, you can just ask it to extract results and then maybe later on parse it down via pure vanilla Python. So see, it is able to give me some text, right? So I can just parse it to an LLM and ask it to summarize what is the news. So something on those lines you need to do. uh, but yeah, that's pretty much what browser use is. It's not very difficult concept to understand, but yeah, the browser use open source one by a startup. I think they're doing a great exceptional job in open sourcing browser use, but still it would take a little more time to get adapted to this technology. This is still an early part of the game. So let's just close it. So guys, I think the last discussion one was some comments on LangGraph. So guys, if you see the readme file, we have done around one so we've done around 5-6 lectures around LangGraph, and guys, to start with and to even be at an intermediate level, this much knowledge is enough. I'll tell you why. Most of the times you would have seen that whatever task you encounter, you can essentially do it without LangGraph and they work well. That's the problem, right? So it's not that you need to fully learn and understand LangGraph at an extent that it's fully done, because it doesn't solve any purpose, right? Already you've seen that vanilla Python is better in a lot of cases, and you now you have understood how to just parse things, how to do things, and that's pretty much it, guys. The honest part is that if you're designing agents with Python, that's pretty much it, right? There is no secret sauce which, let's say, an org has, which you need to understand. Obviously better understanding of frameworks is great because then it expands your skill sets, right? Now let's say you are in your org or you want to explore creating agents. So where would you do it? So guys, what you need to do is go to langgraph.examples. Okay, let me add these links as well in the here only in the lecture 16.ipinb. Maybe I can add. So I'm adding few links. So just keep a note of these links, guys. Whenever you want to implement a use case, right? Most of the times, 95% of the times, you will find a similar use case that's implemented over here, and you can directly try to like essentially understand on how to do it, right? Because see, everything cannot be covered in a course, and on top of that, whatever I have covered is very essential to scale you up, and that is only much that is required, guys. Now let's say you want to understand more things, right? You want to understand how, let's say, human in the loop is implemented. So you can just have a look at their notebooks, right? They have given you entire notebook. So this is a good part about LangGraph, that at least their documentation is good. Let's say you want to implement some very advanced RAG. See, you have an agentic RAG notebook as well. So it must have been an autocorrective RAG. So only thing is that yeah, you're able to see that it is it's given you the code. Only you need to do is just change the code according to your use case. So just try to keep a note of all these things, guys. These are very important things, and yeah, try to know all these things, and in the next lecture we'll start with something else, or let's see where we go. But just try to know that this is also very important, that we understand the GitHub part of things, that there is a documentation and we can use it and tweak it as per our will. So on that note, I would like to end this lecture, and guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and have a great day.